You're listening to
Two girls.
One Crypt.
Listen if you dare.
Spoilers ahead.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
What's your favorite scary movie?
You shouldn't live, Bill.
2025 brought us many amazing horror movies, from Sinners to Bring Her Back, from Together to Weapons, and everything in between. There was no shortage of incredible films, but one specific one stood out just a little more for us. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein showed up towards the end of the year and, frankly, knocked our socks off. We were immediately transported to the world of Victor Frankenstein and his monster. From the score to the sets to the impeccable acting choices, we have lots to discuss in tonight's episode. This is Two Girls, One Crypt. I'm Kendall.
And I'm Misty. And I think we went back and forth a little bit with what was going to end up being our mutual favorite movie of the year
Yeah.
until this one came out, and it just I think it just kind of found a special niche place in our
Yes.
selves. Not necessarily that it's like the best horror movie of the year.
Yeah, I think we both ranked Sinners number one, but like
Yes.
Frankenstein is its own thing. And I
Yes.
feel like it just needs to be discussed.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I
Mhm.
still rank Sinners as my number one favorite
Yeah.
horror of the year. It might end up being my number one movie of the year. I haven't really thought about it, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Frankenstein really just checked a lot of boxes that movies don't kind of check often enough.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to wait for a Guillermo del Toro movie to come out for the boxes to be checked that,
Yeah.
that Frankenstein has. And like you said in the intro, the score, the costume designs, the set designs,
God,
like
literally
the
everything.
acting, the story, like the drama, the everything. Yeah, that's what
The
we're
tension.
yeah.
This movie, not to skip, but it is 2 hours and 29 minutes. And I swear to God, I watched part of it last night. And
Mhm.
then today I was like, oh, I need to finish it. And I was like, damn, I only have an hour left. Like,
I
I feel
know.
like the movie goes so quickly. And I am not like you in the way of like, I seek out gothic horror
Mhm.
and period movies. Sometimes I feel like they can bore me. And so for the like I don't, it's just so crazy the fact that I just really everything about this. Like I love Nosferatu, but like Nosferatu had its dips, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. No, I can see
This
that.
one has no dips.
Not a single one. And we
None.
say often, and we just did on our last our 1995 episode, uh Ice Cream Man was like an hour and I don't know, like 28 minutes, so short. And it
Yes, so
felt
short.
like it, and we say this a lot, these hour and a half
Mhm.
movies sometimes feel like an eternity to us.
Yeah.
And this almost 2.5 hour movie, honestly could sit there for an hour longer and it would be totally okay with me, you know.
Honestly.
Like I'll
It
take a
ends
Frankenstein extent. Oh, by the way,
it
because
kind of
this
ends
movie,
suddenly.
yeah, it does. Beautifully though.
Yeah, not like plot,
And I'll
holes or
compare
anything.
it to another movie later when we get to our if you like this, watch this list. But like so Frankenstein is getting a fizz because this was a Netflix mainly release. It did get a limited run in the theaters.
Yeah.
I think they do that just so they can qualify for award season. But anyway, it is getting a physical release and there will
Oh,
be
yeah.
deleted scenes. So I really would just like the director's extended edition of Frankenstein
Yeah.
and have it be 3+ hours long. I'd so be into that.
I'm really glad they're still doing physical media and stuff like that,
Hmm.
especially for a Netflix movie.
Yeah, I mean, look how long we had to wait for Hush to be um
True.
available to watch, period, at all. I mean, that's, a digital problem. When you put it on digital and then
Yeah.
the license runs out and then there's no physical way to watch the movie, then what are we supposed to do? You know? But yeah,
I hope Mike Flanagan's shows never go off Netflix.
I pray that they also get a DVD box set. I
There's
would
no
buy it
way that
immediately.
he would let Hill House go into
No,
oblivion.
he can't.
No way.
He's not allowed.
No, it's
So,
been like elected the scariest TV show of all time and all this other
mhm.
it has a crazy following and
Yeah, and it put
there's
him
no
on the
way.
map, you know.
Sure did.
So it's staying somewhere somehow.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about our collective favorite movie of the year. I guess, I don't know. I guess we'll call it our favorite movie. I don't know.
I think what did I say? I said movie of the year,
Movie of the
so
year.
it
Yeah, you
doesn't
know what?
necessarily have to be our favorite.
Exactly. I
It's
like
our
that.
pick of the year.
There
Yeah.
you go. The one
Mhm.
we are choosing to honor.
Yeah.
That's
I like
what
that.
we'll do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did come out last year, 2025. It is rated R. I guess that's necessary. I don't
Um,
see, this is a case where I don't feel like R is necessarily required. You know what I
it
mean?
has to be violence.
It
It
is,
has to
I
be the
mean,
violence.
there's some gore, but it's, I don't know. You know what? Like I said when we talked about, I forgot what word. Body horror. I was like, I'm not the person to grade what's too gory and not too gory. But other than like the gore, I don't think there's any foul language. There's no nudity. Well, you do see Oscar Isaac's butt. Um,
Yeah.
so brief. Come on, guys. It's a butt. It's okay. Anyway, rated R. 2 hours and 29 short minutes, and I promise they're short. Our synopsis is Dr. Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but egotistical scientist, brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. That is a crazy run-on sentence.
Yeah.
Uh, the tagline is "Only monsters play God," and that is
Yes.
like, and I've seen complaints online of people complaining about how uh what's whatever the opposite of tongue in cheek is, like it's like
Pretentious? No.
no, but like the whole message that Victor Frankenstein is the actual monster. It's not like that's really, they actually say it in the movie and people were like, "Oh, they made it too obvious." I'm okay with that. Like I feel like that is such a non-issue, and I mean the tagline kind of does it as well. I'll get to this later, but I
Yeah.
do not understand the criticisms of this movie. And of course, our
Yeah.
director is Guillermo del Toro. We have spoken of him before. He is a master of his craft. I, I'm in between wishing he made more, but also being thankful that what he makes is always like 10 out of 10, and we get to
Yeah.
enjoy those things for,
That's
if
how I feel about Mike Flanagan.
yeah, like
Like
if
I
he
want
was
more,
more
but
productive, like we might
yeah.
not get the quality that we have,
Yeah.
So, um, notable cast. We have Oscar Isaac, who plays Victor Frankenstein. We talked about him. We bring him up a lot, even when it's
Yeah, we
not
do.
relevant, but
We
we did talk
do.
about him in Ex Machina. You may also know him from Star Wars, the sequel trilogy.
Hmm.
Mia Goth.
He's in so many other
He
things, but those are
is.
the only things I could think of.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't even bother to. Your list was fine. I didn't even bother to
Yeah,
look up
thank you.
anymore. Mia Goth, who plays Elizabeth and also Claire Frankenstein. She has a dual role, which we'll talk about later as well.
Mhm.
She was in the X trilogy, so X, Pearl, and
Maxine.
Maxine. Suspiria, the remake, we talked about her there. We talked about her in Infinity Pool. We talked about her in Marrowbone, and we also
Mhm.
talked about her in A Cure for Wellness.
Yeah, this is the fifth movie of hers that we are talking about. And I think she already was our most covered actress, but she is definitely our most covered actress now, not including any franchise actors.
Yeah, and
But yeah.
that's not like sought out. That just happens.
No.
I think this is just because of our taste in movies and, the ones that we choose to do. She just and, ends up being in the types of movies that we love to watch.
Yeah.
Um, we have Jacob Elordi, who plays the monster. He was in Priscilla. He played Elvis. Euphoria, Saltburn, The Kissing Booth, unfortunately. He is also going to be in the upcoming Emerald Fennell. Is that her last name?
Yeah, Emerald
Um,
Fennel.
Wuthering Heights, her adaptation of Wuthering Heights. What do we think about Jacob Elordi as a romance lead?
So let's see. I had only seen him in Euphoria and I saw
Hmm.
him in Saltburn,
Hmm.
loved him.
Hmm.
Saw him in what's the other thing I saw him in?
The Kissing Booth?
No, not that.
I unfortunately did.
Oh, Priscilla.
Priscilla.
Priscilla. And he was a good Elvis. He's good,
He's a good
but I was
actor.
just like, he's good. This though, oh my
Mhm.
God. I have said this. I've said it on the podcast. I've said it to you a million times. I don't care what Emerald Fennel does. I'm going to see it.
Mhm.
And I don't super care that much about Wuthering Heights as like a thing, but the
Mhm.
movie, I'm so there. I want to see it when it comes out.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know what she does to it.
Whoever cut
So,
that trailer deserves an Academy Award. That trailer is so engaging and
yeah.
it is so like horny. It
Hmm.
makes like I want to watch that movie so bad. I don't care.
I
And
can't wait.
from what I can see in the trailer, I feel like Jacob Elordi's gonna kill it with the yearning, you know?
I mean, he has so much expression on his face, like
Hmm.
even in Euphoria and like in Saltburn, like he just has a great face for emotion. And of
Hmm.
course, like in this, we don't really see his face like that, but he just he impressed me so much. It was
Oh, I agree.
incredible.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm totally down for him as a romantic lead in Wuthering Heights. I
And I
can't wait to
always
see.
appreciate when like an actor, and especially like I don't know if you would call him conventionally attractive. I think it's because he's tall. If he wasn't so tall, I don't think, middle-aged women would be throwing themselves at them as much as they are. But I appreciate it when someone who has that kind of attention will start going towards alternative roles, like him choosing this, which I didn't write this down, but I guess I'll mention it here. Like, Andrew Garfield was in this role before. I mean, for like a year. This
I
was
don't know
his,
if I knew that.
yeah. I think maybe it was scheduling conflicts in the end that he had to give it up.
Hmm.
I would have loved that, by the way.
Yeah, I love Andrew
Mhm.
Garfield.
Yes. Oh God, and he does that like poor me, like feel sorry for me so well. Oh my God. But anyway, uh, I, what was I saying?
Wow, he's not as tall as I thought. He's 5'10".
Jacob Elordi?
Andrew, no,
Oh, you
Andrew
scared me. I
Garfield.
was like, no, that man's like 7 feet tall. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
I appreciate when actor like he's
Yeah, Lordy's 6'6".
yeah, Jesus Christ. That's so
I can't even
tall.
imagine standing next to him.
That's
My
like a
dad
full
is six
two
four.
feet taller than you, Kendall. Like literally, that's a whole
It's
like
like
little person on
it's
top of your
almost a
head.
foot and a half. Yeah.
That's wild. So, like, when we watch movies with really tall men like that, because he's always like not hunched over, but looking down, and like it's like
Yeah.
a sensual stance. You know what I mean? So it's kind of easy to play a romantic lead like that, or like even Frankenstein's monster and be sympathetic in that way. But I also, like you said, I feel like he emotes so well with his body language and his face. I mean, he barely has any lines until what, like halfway. more
Yeah.
than halfway through this movie. He
Other than
doesn't
like
say a full
Victor or
sentence.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
was so impressed.
spends like a winter with Filch and then starts
With
reading
Walder,
poetry and saying big ass words.
because he read the Bible.
I'm like,
Um,
you know what? It's
that's
amen. That's
that's
all. That's fine.
it's, we also have Christoph Waltz,
Oh,
who everyone should love this man. He plays Harlander.
God. He's so
Uh,
good
I
in
know.
everything.
I know. You may know him
God.
from Django Unchained, Inglorious Bastards, and Dracula: A Love Story, I think is the full title of that one. The one that came out
Yeah,
last year. God, I love Christoph Waltz. You know, another one who's just a master at his craft.
so good.
Yeah.
And I know everyone is shitting. I mean, I know Quentin Tarantino is not a good dude, and I
Mm-hmm.
know people his movies are like divisive, I guess, among movie watchers, but I enjoy for the most part his movies.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely sit down and watch his movies. I think I don't know if I watched them all last year or the year before, but
Yeah, I would have had the year before, but because we just talked about our letterboxed most
yeah, it
watched
was the year
director,
before
I would have
because he was my most watched director of
to.
2024. Yeah. Yeah.
um,
But yeah.
We also have Charles Dance, who plays Leopold Frankenstein, Victor's father. You do know him from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
I,
It's Shane's favorite character.
uh, yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like Tywin being his favorite character. That's
Mhm.
a multi-dimensional, complicated
It's
gray.
yeah, it's funny because he doesn't usually lean towards villains like that, but
Yeah,
you know,
that's a whole nother
Lannisters.
conversation. But I yeah, don't let me think about that for too long. We have David Bradley, who plays the blind man. You may know him
Yay.
also from Game of Thrones as
Hmm.
Walder Frey, the Harry Potter series
Yes.
as Filch. Um,
Bastard.
and that sad-ass music video about the dog,
Oh, have you
which
seen that
I
video?
unfortunately have. Louis
If anyone wants
Capaldi
to cry,
is
it's
the
Louis Capaldi's Wish You the Best.
he is one of the funniest people on this planet, legitimately. I have never seen an interview with Louis Capaldi where I have not done like a spit take. Like he is so fucking funny.
I've
And then I
never seen his
watched,
interview.
please, 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 just any of them. It doesn't matter. When
Yeah.
he's on the what is the Graham Norton show, that
Hmm.
British like,
Yes. I love
oh
Graham Norton.
my God, he's so funny. Um yeah, anyway, and then he pulls out the saddest music video of all time.
Uh-uh. It,
Multi-talented.
yeah. Okay, this next one I added. It is Lauren Collins. She plays the either daughter or daughter-in-law of the blind man.
Hmm.
She was in Degrassi, and it's like so crazy that someone from Degrassi is in this movie. I posted a video yesterday. Um, it's like me every January 1st, and it's like new year, new look, new page. That's her.
Oh, okay. I was like, anytime you post something like that, I'm like, I have no idea what late 90s, early 2000s TV show that's from, because that's usually what it is. And I had no clue what that was. Okay, glad I know
Yeah.
now. I'm educated.
Yeah, it's her. And it's so crazy. It's just so crazy to me that she was in this movie. Like, are you
Which
kidding
makes you
me?
wonder,
Paige Michael
like,
Chuck?
how she's moving behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, how did you get into the rotation of this, like,
Yeah.
casting call from
Yeah.
Degrassi?
Like she's a
That interests
Canadian
me.
actor still. Like,
Hmm.
I don't think she's in, I don't, it, yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, it's not like she's in a whole lot of other things, you know, she's
Yeah.
not like Drake level, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like, everyone knows who Drake is, but
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, he's always going to be Jimmy Brooks to me. So, Drake and Jimmy Brooks are
Synonymous. Same
two
person.
different people. Yeah,
Oh.
they're two different people. I mean, they are obviously, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's not Drake. That's Aubrey Graham playing Jimmy Brooks. Anyway, I'm done talking about Degrassi.
Never. It comes up often.
It
And I've never
does.
seen it, so I never have anything to add. So sorry you always have a one-sided conversation about
No,
Degrassi.
it's okay. One day, someone who listens is gonna be like, I watched Degrassi. Lainey watches Degrassi
Yeah,
or watched
they're
Degrassi, so she knows.
Our budget is $120 million, which all said and done, I feel like this movie looks like it costs a lot more than $120 million.
He built that fucking ship, didn't
I
he?
know.
Didn't he build that fucking ship?
Yes. Yes, the ship is real. Anything that could be physically built, like, I guess within reason, if it was possible, he has it built always for all of his films.
I love that
He,
because he makes movies like it's the 90s and 2000s again.
yes.
Like the physical media release,
Mhm.
the props, like he does it with such care and I love that.
Yeah, me too. Anything that can be like practical, he
Mhm.
will do. He
I
uses
love
minimal
that.
CGI. Of course, I love that. And again, nothing wrong
Even
with
I mean,
CGI. It's integral in, especially when you're doing fantasy. We have to have
yeah.
CGI. Like
Oh
we,
yeah.
some things just don't
Well,
exist.
were those wolves CGI?
Yeah, those are CGI
Because
wolves.
they looked good.
Mm. It wasn't bad.
Sometimes
It's
wolves
no
can
Twilight
be
wolves, but you know. Every time I watch those stupid fucking movies, like I'm just like, the wolves still look so good. Like,
they do, honestly, they
how did
really
they
did a good job with
manage
it.
to pull out really great wolves in this shitty, shitty ass movie? Yeah.
Wow, that's
And
a good
then
point.
our
Hmm.
gross is only going to be, it's going to be very low because, like I said, it had a limited theatrical release. It was about $480,000. I don't know how many theaters it was actually released in. I'm sure if I looked harder, I could have found out, but it was a very limited time and it was a very limited amount of theaters. Like I said, I think they
So
do this just for awards.
how does he make money then? Does he like sell the rights to Netflix? I feel like this is a
Yes.
very dumb question, but
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
Netflix pays him to make the film. They back it and then they also pay for the rights. Like he can't like with the Mike Flanagan uh was it it was the Hush situation. He, even though it was not available on Netflix anymore, like it was like Netflix still held the rights to it, so he could not
Yeah.
release it anywhere. Like it's his
Yeah.
movie, but it's not his movie. So this is, yeah, Guillermo's movie,
Yeah.
but this is not his movie.
It's kind of like music rights, like with the
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift owning her masters, like she didn't actually own
Yeah.
her music, and a
So
lot
she
of
had to,
artists don't.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so insane.
It is insane, but it's, yeah, that's just like a really big thought for me to have right now because
Yeah.
like I always think of this like I come across even on like TikTok I'll come across people that have the most insane voice I've ever heard, and like really unique music and a really unique sound, and it's like no one's ever going to hear this person because they don't have the backing of a record label, and that just speaks to the way that the world works with artists, period. That's the only
Mm,
care that is given to it. Like if it's, you know what I mean? Like it's,
yeah.
anyway, like I said, too big of a question for me to think of right now. Let's talk about this movie. And we've talked together about this multiple times. I think we've
Hmm.
texted back and forth probably hours worth of comments, and we've brought it up on other episodes and we're like, no, hold it, we're going to talk about it later.
Yeah.
I This is one of those comes around every 5 years type movies, or maybe even more rare than that. Like I said, I feel like I have to wait for a director like Guillermo. I love big, sweeping, epic fantasy romance, like,
Yeah.
and we don't get a lot of them.
No,
Um,
I'm very much growing into it. I think I'm growing into your like your tastes
we're
because of
merging
like I think we're finally merging in just like Millie and
together.
Tim in
Yeah,
together.
Tilly.
Tilly, listen to our buddy horror episode
Yes.
to understand what we said. But yes, I really do like, and I love that. I absolutely love that because like we do have different like, you know, tastes in certain things, but like I like being able because like I said, I am not usually like I love Bram Stoker's Dracula, but not like Misty does.
Yeah,
And it took me a minute for Crimson Peak.
I can
And
understand that.
and the hate I had for that is just absolutely ridiculous. I don't stand for any of the things I said for that, but I just like this movie just I don't know if I've ever wanted to be plucked into a movie, like Pleasantville into a movie
I love
like
that
I
you
do
use
this
that
one.
term, Pleasantville,
Yeah.
into, and it's so interesting that that's because I wouldn't necessarily want to be put there, I guess. Maybe. It's very cold in there. I don't know.
I could deal with colds.
Yeah.
I would just, well,
If you could be plucked into and have Mia Goth's wardrobe, if that's
yeah.
the stipulation.
I would be living in that mansion with Victor Frankenstein. We would
Oh,
not be cold.
maximalism king. I love, yeah. Just, hmm.
I it's no secret how much I absolutely love Oscar Isaac, and
Oh,
he is everything in this movie to me.
let's go
I
ahead and talk about how Guillermo del Toro decided to dress him as slutty as humanly possible in this movie.
I just gotta chill. I
I
just
made
gotta
a
chill.
I made a list. The hair, his fuck ass little hat, the half gloves that are red leather, the
Mm-hmm.
shirt, the mutton chops,
I love the mutton
the
chops.
suspenders, the suspenders with no shirt.
Oh my gosh. Him plopping on the bed, Misty and I had the exact same reaction. And he had clothes on. He had pants on. He
And the
had a
gloves. Don't forget the
full
gloves.
trousers on, no shirt, but he plops on the bed. And I'm watching this with my husband who knows how I feel. And in my head, I'm like, oh, like, what was it about that? I even told Shane, I was like, I just got a really dirty thought about that. And he just laughs. But like, I don't understand. Like, he's dressed. Like,
Right?
it's so, I don't know what that was,
Whatever it
but he knew
was,
what he
I
was
also
doing.
have that disease. It is everything in the scene combined because it's also the bed dressing, like the red satin sheets and like the really dark, I think you mentioned in your notes somewhere the dark academia feel of it
Yes.
all. It's
Yes.
that room.
His laboratory or whatever
Yeah.
that's called, his office.
He was
I,
also a little wet, you know.
yeah.
There's a lot of things going on and
I just want to live in that room. Like it's very it's probably what the Ravenclaw
oh yeah, the common room.
common room looks
Yeah.
like. And I'm not a Ravenclaw, I'm a Slytherin.
Hmm. Yeah, we're
But
stuck in the dungeon in my worst nightmare because we're under the
yeah.
lake.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna be drafty down there. See, I don't know. I think we see you made it sound really gross. Like
Well, I'm trying to
what is
remember. I think in one of the games,
I
because
feel like there's like
I play
leather
Hogwarts
chairs.
Legacy. I think there were
Yeah.
windows to look into the water is what I'm remembering. Maybe not. There I've seen
Oh,
either
that is your
artwork
worst
somewhere,
nightmare.
right? That's what I'm saying. No, the common
So
room is
no,
fine otherwise.
absolutely not. Someone breaks a window and then we all die. Absolutely not.
Exactly. And the
No.
scary ass mermaids are in there. No.
Slytherins are not brave, you guys. We are not
No.
brave. We
We
cannot
throw
be
people
underwater.
ahead of us to catch all that shit while we run
Exactly.
away.
I don't
Yeah.
know what mine would look like,
Whew.
but I don't want to be underwater.
No, thank
Anyway,
you.
yes, I
Uh,
love the set is just oh, I
and
can't.
every step. I mean, also wanted to mention if you've read the book, it is very faithful. It's been a while since I read it. I think it was last year, so it's been a while. So I don't know how exactly faithful it is to the book, but from what I remember, this timeline is,
I
we.
did ask Shane because he just
Oh,
read it
okay.
and he said it's pretty faithful.
Yeah.
The blind man stuff, there's just like a few little things that are
Hmm.
different, but like the timeline's pretty faithful. Victor Frankenstein has like more siblings. He has like a baby brother that the monster kills, and he
Okay.
like marries an adopted sister that the monster kills.
Well, it's probably good that we
Um,
left all that out. Um,
Agreed.
But there are things in this adaptation that we don't usually see in Frankenstein adaptation. And it's like the I was so excited about the like uh where are they in the north? Like it is it Finland? Like where the fuck are they in the snow? Wherever they
I don't
are.
know.
They always leave that out of
It's a
adaptations.
myriad of accents.
Yes, it was like I don't know, Finnish, Swedish, whatever they were. Wherever that ship is, that part of the story is
Switzerland.
often left out. And I really love that because also we get to see the monster in his winter garb, which is
Oh,
really fucking
so
scary.
we open up to it and the movie just immediately begins. Like there is
Yes.
no slow into it. And
No build up to the story. They throw us in, and I love that.
me too.
I
He
love
just,
having to catch up because I'm immediately paying attention. You know what I
me
mean? I'm
too.
not
Mhm.
like, okay, here we go. Someone's going to
And you know how
explain.
I am. I'm like squirrel, like,
Yeah.
but I pay attention to this movie.
Hmm.
And he immediately shows up to the ship and he's like, Victor, like banging on it. And you're like, what's going on?
Yeah,
And
right.
it's so great. And then like Victor is all disheveled and shit, still sexy.
Hmm.
And he's talking to the ship captain and basically trauma dumping and telling him
Yes.
about his life from an actual child to like present
Yes.
day.
And I know that
And
looks ridiculous on film, but like that is how it's written in the book. Like, let me tell you my
yeah.
story. And maybe that's why it's not done often because it is like, oh my God, this dude really sat here for hours and listened to this story. And then the monster comes in later and is like, oh, well, he told his story, so I'm going to tell you my, like, what the
Now it's
fuck?
my turn.
Both of you go
Which
outside, like, and
it's
fight.
it's so funny.
It
And the
is.
way they tell their stories though, like the narrative obviously shifts,
Mm-hmm.
but like Victor, I can't really describe it, but like when the monster's telling his story, it's sweet because I'm okay, I guess I'm skipping, but
No, it's okay.
he's basically an infant.
He
Like he,
is.
like he's growing, he's a toddler, he doesn't know what's going on. And so he sees everything with childlike eyes
Mm-hmm.
and
This is his first time
he's
here. I mean, it's not
it's
technically because he's made up of parts of other people, which, by the way, the
yeah, let's get
obvious Victor picked apart piles and piles of human bodies to find the perfect pieces, which begs the question.
I don't think he gave him any genitals.
I don't either. I don't.
It's probably a Ken doll down there.
Unfortunately for us, it is probably a Kendall down there. But anyway, I think it is very important, and that's why I really love that they frame the story this way, that we hear Victor's story and then we hear the monster story because of the very base level thing you're supposed to take away from this story is this man is playing God and he thinks he's playing dolls basically. And the
Hmm.
fact that he has created this creature which unbeknownst to him because he just doesn't care to believe it, I think, is that this creature does have a soul maybe, or it has a conscience, it has feelings, and the
Yeah.
feelings are more than rage, which is all he sees in this monster. So when we get to the part where the monster is telling his story, we are seeing what he sees of the world for the first time when he escapes and he's in the woods and he finds the berries and he's feeding the deer, and it is just like the most
I love that
gentle,
scene.
like innocent, just joyful, and he smiles, and it's like that's what you made. You don't see that because you're such a fucking narcissist who has
Hmm.
severe mommy issues.
Yeah, so he makes this creature that he spent his like every single hour of every single day trying to make.
Mhm.
And he makes him, and the first thing he does is chain him up.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
why did you make him? What was was it just an experiment? Like, what was
His
his
own,
objective?
if for his own ego, because I think because he could, to prove that he could, to prove his father wrong, because his father did tell
Yeah.
him no one can conquer death. and he was
Yeah.
like, watch me, basically, because he hated his father
So,
so much and was so weirdly, grossly obsessed with his mother. Let's talk about that for a second, because I mentioned that Mia Goth plays two characters in this movie. She plays Elizabeth, who is his brother's fiance, who he
mhm,
falls in love with. But Mia Goth
mhm.
also plays the role of his mother, Claire
Yep.
Frankenstein. And I think that's 100% on purpose to, again, it is a hard-nosed point, but to really drive the point home that Victor has a very weird obsession with his mother and
Yeah.
maybe all things that are maternal. He sees that as something outside of himself, which I think has a lot to do with the way he treats the creature. Not an ounce of maternal instinct there. Um, yeah, I think having Mia Goth play the same character, and I mean immediately, like the first time she meets him, she calls him out on his bullshit at the dinner table.
Love it.
Love that. I love her character a lot.
Her character, I've only seen it twice, but it has like I think the first time I was trying to explain this, like I love Mia Goth. I think she does a great job in anything, but
Mhm.
like sometimes it's like I'm watching Mia Goth,
Yeah,
And
because her
the other,
voice rarely changes. I think that's what it
yes,
is. It's her voice.
yes, you hear Claire say something at one point, and I was thinking, oh, I didn't know we meet her this early, and I was
She's
like, oh no,
speaking
that's the mother.
French. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's still Mia Goth in French.
yeah.
Like,
So and she was so good, but like I just feel like Jacob Elordi and Oscar Isaac just kind of were a little more elevated in that
mm-hmm.
way. And so when I watched it the second time, I really got to appreciate what she brought to the character more
Oh yeah.
because she is like fierce and like you said, calls him out on his shit.
She's
And she's
extremely sure of herself. In so
yes, and
much that she is doesn't even remotely allow him to like woo her.
yeah.
Like she is very aware of what he's doing from the get-go. And
Hmm.
she entertains it for her own, like he takes her out to go catch butterflies and she's like, yeah, let's go catch butterflies. What he's
Yeah.
seeing is, because he is a narcissist again, is this woman is here for him.
Yeah.
This woman is going to leave, because he
She
even
exists for
approaches,
him.
exactly, she's going to leave my brother for me. He's, he bombards her room on her wedding day. Um and she's like, absolutely not. Like, not even a little bit. You're disgusting. Actually, you repulse me, I think she tells him.
I unfortunately am very attracted to Oscar Isaac as narcissistic, shitty
Which
dudes.
we talked about. What did we talked about? Ex Machina.
Because he
Yeah,
was awful in that movie,
he
but
really was.
oh, it's really upsetting. I did see Victor Frankenstein as the asshole he really is in this
Hmm.
one a little more than I did the first time.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
that's another thing I really love about this adaptation is, to me, of the adaptations I've seen, I think this is the best portrayal of a narcissistic, unfortunately very intelligent man, and what
Hmm.
that type of person will create.
Hmm.
He This is my favorite Victor Frankenstein. I think he played it so well. And
He's
yeah, that's on
likable.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, he's likable because it's his charisma, it's Oscar Isaac's charisma coming through, and that's important. I mean, for narcissists, you have to be charismatic. Hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Otherwise you're just yeah, but so he just really I don't know.
And
He just
speaking to that
really
God
does it.
complex, the first thing he teaches the monster to say is his own name.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that he cares about, that he learns, is how to say his name. And it watching this for the second time, viewing the monster as a child, having had a child,
Yeah.
made me so so sad because I mean, this is what happens when you have a child, which is what the monster is, with no um not just maternal, because that's on a woman, you know what I mean? When you don't
Nurture,
nurture
yeah.
and you scream and yell and hurt it, which unfortunately happens every single day. This is, where we see the outcome of what happens to a child. Yeah, he learns the word victor. Um, but what does
When
that serve?
he when he is in the fire and he's just yelling Victor,
Mhm.
that honestly killed me
I
because
mean, he's,
that's exactly what I thought. I don't have a child, but I thought of my dog.
yeah,
Like
like
he,
yelling mommy. I mean, that's what it
yes,
is. That's
like
all he knows.
when he is just like, scared and looking around, like he's looking for me.
Hmm.
And like he is looking for Victor. That's the only word he knows, but Victor is his
Abandoning him.
parent.
Not just
Yeah. And he's
abandoning, killing. He killed.
oh, he tried to kill him.
Yeah,
And that whole scene, him like sliding down the thing was kind
looked
of
very
funny to
fun.
me.
It did look really fucking stupid. It wasn't a water. It
Yeah.
was a literal water slide, actually. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Um, but even oh shit, I had a thought. Where'd it go? Oh, even the part where he was shaving his head, and the monster kept turning his head to look at himself in a mirror, and Victor's like, yeah, yeah, that's you, whatever, like daring to be like, don't be
Vain.
vain. Yeah, like
Hmm.
whatever, that's you. Who cares? I'm Victor. Like just such an ugly, ugly person. Uh, but when we see when he's trying to plead his case in front of the school, the teachers, which what's his face? Einison, um, who's in all of Robert Eggers'
Oh,
movies. He's
yes.
Ralph,
I
Ralph
forgot about
Ineson.
him.
Yes, he's one of the
I
like
forgot about
professors.
him.
It's a very brief role, but
That's a
anytime
big
we
deal.
see him, yeah,
We've covered him a couple times already.
yeah.
Yeah.
But him presenting the half corpse and the way that he treats that, um, he just kills it with no conscience. And like I think the way that that scene played out was very purposeful. It's not like he switched it off and the thing shut down, like it dies.
Hmm.
And he's not even paying attention. Like he's pissed because they're refusing him funding or whatever. And he's not even looking at this creature that he woke up, he reanimated. And I think that kind of foreshadows the way that he treats his creature
Hmm.
in the it's just a really foul, and they do try to like, and I guess that's why we have the story of, well, this was my upbringing, and this my dad was mean to me, and
Hmm.
I love my mom, and she died, and I
Hmm.
still don't feel bad for you. You know what I mean? I think
No.
that's his attempt to be like, I had a really hard life as a rich little boy. Um, so please save me from the thing that I made.
When he is chaining him up in the basement and the monster's like walking, and first of all, they do a great job, I noticed,
Mhm.
of filming kind of low to make
Yes,
him look even
bigger.
taller than he
Yeah.
is. I noticed that when I was watching it. I was like, oh, okay. Because Jacob Elordi, all you see is all of him.
It's
Like, and
limbs. It's just like,
it's
yeah.
he's huge.
Yeah.
And I know he's tall, but like the angle in which they do it, you can tell is lower just so it makes him look bigger. And I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But when he's like walking and he's kind of like lanky, he looks like one of those dolls that artists use, like the little wooden forms.
Yes. Or like those
Yes.
ball joint dolls that are really popular in Asia. They're always like really creamy white, but they have like the
Hmm.
ball joints, like they're all their
Yes.
limbs are articulated, like the drawing doll, like the wrist is
Yeah.
articulated. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's exactly what he looks
That's
like.
exactly what it looks like. Same
Yeah,
color and everything.
with a little diaper on,
Um, yeah.
which would mean that he has a butthole. And he might have faculties down there if he's
Well, if he eats, he has to, yeah.
eliminate.
Uh-huh. And so
That
he has,
means that it was the cream of the crop that was chosen.
Do you really think Victor Frankenstein
No,
would
would
give
let it be
his
bigger than
monster a
his?
bigger
No,
dick than his? No,
absolutely not.
absolutely not.
Which means it probably is Kendall. You're right. You're totally right. I've come full circle again. Um, yeah.
Let's talk about Elizabeth's dresses.
Oh, please. Please tell me in detail.
She's like a doll. The little puppets that artist made,
Yes.
I just like the dress. She's just a doll. And I want to know how heavy those costumes were.
There is because I saw comments from the costume designer. Someone was like asking questions online and she was like, I can't something to the effect of I can't say that yet. It'll be revealed later. Like I think she was alluding to the fact that when the DVD comes out, maybe there's going to be extra features about the costuming
Oh,
process.
oh, I hope so.
So I'm extremely interested. Yes, I've seen a lot of close-ups of those gowns because they did like, the touring thing at museums where you can go and look at like the detail. It like the one of her shawls is like isn't it like moth wings, I think.
Yes, because she loves insects
Yeah.
and butterflies and things like that.
And then like the fabric on one of her dresses is supposed to mimic like something under a microscope. It's like everything is extremely intentional.
I need a featurette about them. I need it on the
Hmm.
DVD. I need
I'm
it. I
sure it
need
will
it. I need
be.
it.
I think it
And
has to.
I need her wedding dress.
Hmm.
So let's talk about that. So you
Hmm.
and I had the same exact thought
Hmm.
when she is getting married to Victor's brother and the monster shows back up and Victor's just like, "Oh, I knew you'd find me," or whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
"No, you didn't. You thought you killed him, you asshole."
exactly.
But
Still
he
just like
shows
thinking of
up and,
himself.
and he wants a companion.
Hmm.
And then by accident, Elizabeth is killed and he picks her up and she has like the wrapped like sleeves like the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's a
And he's like,
really
I want a
beautiful
companion.
homage.
And it's like, it really is. And I think you and I both were like, are we getting the bride?
Well, yeah, because from that point on, we still have more of the movie. Like it's not over. So I was very excited about the prospect of possibly getting the bride. Oh
She
my
would
God.
be an incredible Bride of Frankenstein. Her
Oh,
face is perfect.
I know. Also,
I,
you saying that she was shot accidentally, I don't feel like that was 100% an accident because
yeah,
of the way that she basically just denied him completely when he came into that room. You know that pissed him off. She slapped him
yeah,
too. It was like get out of my room. I feel like he took advantage of the fact that that could have been seen as an accident and was not too sad that he shot her. You know what I mean?
yeah.
A
Hmm.
convenient accident for him. He knows because he knows a bullet's not gonna kill the monster. He just blew him up and he's still alive.
I think
Like,
he even said, I can't be killed.
yeah.
I need a companion.
Hmm.
He's like, I don't want to be alone forever. Give me a companion.
He lives a terrifying life. Like, he lives the saddest existence. Like, he sunk into the Arctic Ocean and he lived, I mean, he can't drown because he
Hmm.
punched his way out of the ice and came back up. He can't. I mean, I guess he could be blown to smithereens, which is what he asks for later in the movie,
Hmm.
which is just like the most heartbreaking scene. Um,
Yeah,
that really puts a point on if he has to exist alone because he is the only one. He doesn't want to be here.
that's so sad.
It really is terribly, terribly sad. But like,
Um, we should also talk about the blind man and that story.
yes, I was surprised. I don't know why, because the first, part of the movie is so faithfully adapted that they kept the blind man. because that's one of
Mhm.
my favorite parts of the story.
Yeah.
Um, oh, I just love I don't even know how to discuss that part of the movie.
And David Bradley, so I have really only seen him in the things that we named. And so he is always like, he's Walter Frey, he's
The worst
Filch,
person.
he's the worst. And so him, I feel like I've seen him in something else I can't think of. But he was so endearing and sweet.
Oh my God.
And he was just absolutely perfect.
Oh, yeah. And then just the it's it's just the sad it might be the saddest part of the movie because it's like the one this is the person that the monster learned the most from, and this is the
Yeah.
person that the monster learns empathy and love and care from, because all he learned from his creator is anger
Anger.
and
Yeah.
rage. And this is how he learns to be a person, basically, and he has that taken away from him. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, can we just let him have something?
Hmm.
Fuck. Whatever, but that's the story, so it has to happen that way. I do want to talk about for a second the fact that there's a lot of online discourse, and maybe because I'm chronically online, I see this. I'm trying
Hmm.
not to be this new age, by the way. I'm trying to be less chronically online. But the
Hmm.
fact that a lot of people who don't necessarily find themselves attracted to Jacob Elordi are very attracted to Jacob Elordi as the monster. And I just
Yeah.
kind of wanted to discuss it a little bit as to why. Personally, yes, I do find him more attractive as the monster.
Yeah.
But I think there's a really weird line there that we're towing, because why do we find him more attractive as the monster? Because there are a lot of not only I can fix him things here, but also he is operating as a brand new person, as a child. And I think we're attracted to that chemistry that he and Elizabeth have together when she first
Yeah.
meets him. And it's
Hmm.
like brand new person, not a full grown annoying man, is what I think it comes down to for me personally. um, because I mean, if you contrast Victor Frankenstein, who is that, even her fiance, who is just kind of there, he's uninteresting. She's meeting a creature, physically a man, who
Hmm.
has wonder and just like a like he's seeing the world for the first time, and he has an innocence. um and I don't know if is that what we're getting pulled to, someone who is open and um not so sure of everything, or not so sure of themselves, who is open to seeing wonder in the world. I just wonder what it is, because
Hmm.
it's a not a universal experience, but there's a lot of people that I have seen, make the comment that only Monster Jacob Elordi does something for them.
Hmm. I don't know. I definitely think it's his acting. It's his personality as the monster. And like,
Mm-hmm.
um, well, he's put up against Victor Frankenstein, who
Of course,
is
yeah.
a monster.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel sorry for him, you feel empathy. And then it's interesting you said that can I fix him, because I immediately was like, ooh, no, I'm not like that. But then I'm like, ooh, I am one of those, like, let me help you. Let me be supportive. Let me, so I would also, so maybe, I don't know. It's
And I mean,
interesting.
we'll mention it in a little while, but it's very Beauty and the Beast as well,
Hmm.
which is also very I can fix him. Um,
Yeah. Hmm. I don't
just,
know.
and you don't have to answer this question. I was just posing it. I think it's worth thinking about. Because I think there's a lot of weird maternal things going on there as well. Because she does kind of see him as a child. She talks to him almost like a child. And so the
Yeah.
care that she has for him initially is that of a child, yes. But she does have romantic feelings for him later. So how does that evolve? You know what I mean? It is years down the road, I think.
Yeah.
But it is
Man, she was
it
engaged
is
for
a
a long
little
time.
weird. It is a little weird. Just saying. I just think
I
we need to be
agree.
careful, is all I'm saying. Also, I did miss saying that the a leaf for me is my vote for earworm of 2025.
For
Thank
me?
you. Yeah, I hear it all the time.
Really? For me?
For me, I it's so Mia, and I love it
It-
so much.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. Um, but yeah, we have the battle out at the end between Victor
Hmm.
and the monster, where the monster asks to be humanely euthanized.
Yeah.
For him, this is humane euthanasia because, as we discussed, he's basically immortal. That we know of. I mean, he is brought to life by electricity and a wing and a prayer, basically. So we don't really know how he functions, but he is not destructible, really.
Yeah.
But he hypothesizes, because he is pretty smart by now, that if he is blown up, he cannot, like, if his body is blown apart, then he cannot come back. And so that is what he begs of his creator. Um, and the last scene of this movie is him walking into the sunset. Is it sunset or sunrise? I guess
I think it's
thematically, yeah, I guess
sunrise.
thematically would work better as a sunrise because
I
he
think it's
is,
sunrise because he comes at nighttime, doesn't
that's
he?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So, him metaphorically walking into a new way of living or a new thought process on life, I guess, because he's still alive. The shot's
Hmm.
gorgeous, and I love that that's what they ended on. Him in his weird ass polar bear outfit,
Oh my
just
gosh.
walking
He
into the
looks
sunrise.
he looks like a wildling
He
from Game of
does. He
Thrones. Yeah.
does. Lord.
Like the giant one.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Torment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, not him. It was the big guy. The
Oh,
actual,
the actual
yeah,
giant.
one. Hmm.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Aw,
I know. I love
or
one.
1-1. I
But
just had to
yeah.
watch him die again recently.
Oh, you're watching it?
No, Martin was watching it for like, I don't know, the 10th time, and
Yeah.
I'll pop in every now and then. I'll just pop in the bitch when it's season 8 time. That's all I do.
Well,
I
how many
pop in
times
to
have you
complain.
seen the
Uh,
series?
Season 8 I've only seen like once. The rest of them I've seen some episodes like 10 times. Not even
Yeah.
exaggerating. Um, a lot.
I did a full watch last year
Mm-hmm.
before, well, not, I guess 2024, whenever House of Dragon came out. I don't even know, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I did a full watch just because,
Yeah, why not?
yeah,
I'll watch it
it's a
again.
good time until it's not.
My heart still hurts me that they couldn't just finish the damn story in a good way. Like,
Yeah.
why? Whatever. Anyway, don't get me mad.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I
Is there anything else you would like to say about this movie as a
think
whole?
I think that's everything.
Yeah, we talked
It's
about the
just
sets, the costumes, the perfect casting, the perfect
it's so
storytelling,
good.
you know?
Yeah, it really is just like it just makes me long to be in that story. And it's so funny because Sinners is my other favorite of the
Mm-hmm.
year. And I felt the same way about Sinners. Like after watching it, I'm just like, I mean, I don't necessarily need to be in Sinners because
Right.
that didn't end very well.
No.
But I had such a love. Like my heart hurt so much because I
Mm-hmm.
loved it so much. And
Yes.
that's how I felt about this. And I was honestly just shocked at how much I love this movie.
Me too. And
Truly.
I I think I mentioned this before, like I was apprehensive for this
Yeah, me too.
because I don't love the story of Frankenstein. It's not my favorite. And the fact that it was coming out on Netflix, I was just apprehensive. I don't know. I don't know how much money they're going to give him to do what he does, you know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I know what he
Yeah.
does. I can see it in Pan's Labyrinth and Crimson Peak. Like I know what he can do, but like I don't know if is Netflix going to let him do it. So I was
Mhm.
very pleasantly surprised. I, blown away, honestly, because
It
it
was
is
so good.
just the most immersive, luscious. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to mention. People complaining about um complaining about the heavy-handed themes of this movie. The themes of the story are heavy-handed to begin with. Man playing God.
Yeah, yeah.
Um that's not subtle at all. So I feel like Victor's brother telling him that he's a monster as he's dying is not like an out of um uh I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's not out of forget it. I'm not getting there. It's not out of place. I think is what I was trying
Hmm.
to say.
Yeah.
Thematically. And then and maybe this just comes down to types of movies people enjoy watching and don't enjoy watching, but I've seen criticism about how colorful this movie is. What
Have
the
you seen
fuck?
have you seen Del Toro film? Like
Right.
when you said the word luscious, that's
Mm-hmm.
perfect
It
because he
is.
takes rich colors
Mm-hmm.
amongst like the gothic backdrop and he
Mm-hmm.
marries the two so perfectly. Crimson Peak. Good God, that was
Yeah.
a gorgeous
I
movie.
could eat
I
it.
have
Like
to
you want
watch
to
that again.
eat it. You know, I feel like that I feel that way about this
Yes.
movie too. And I don't know if it's people like having this idea of the Frankenstein story in their head and it being
Mhm.
gothic and dirty
Yeah.
and sciency and it is, but thinking that someone else's creative vision that's very colorful has no place in it is just
Yeah.
weird to me. You know, I
It is weird
what the
because
fuck?
you can marry the two like just
Yes. And
I
guess
think it's
what?
like
Even if it's not
it
married, you still
worked.
have the other movies to go back to if you want to watch those. Jesus
Hmm.
Christ. Let people
Yeah.
like things.
Which that does bring me to this year, Misty and I are starting a Universal Monsters series where
Hmm.
we're probably going to do it like once a year. We're going to cover a Universal Monster
Hmm.
and like all the iterations of those
Yes.
movies. So Frankenstein will return in Avengers Doomsday. So
Yes.
just stay tuned.
The release date of Avengers Doomsday has not been released yet, so stay tuned because it won't be 2026.
I
We
thought I was
have,
hilarious when I said that.
I think it is as well.
Because yeah, like we will talk about this again one day.
Well,
Um,
we'll talk about this many times. I think now that it's like this is a movie that won't leave my brain. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's gonna sit in there and I'm going to either bring it up to compare something or like it'll it's just
Mhm.
it's in there. It's in
You
there.
know, this is kind of off topic, but not really since it's a romance, but we're getting to romance season
Mm-hmm.
with Valentine's Day, and the last
Mm-hmm.
couple of years have given us some really good romances. Like Hard Eyes was a good slasher. We had
Yes. I love
Companion,
that
which
one.
was not really a romance, but it was kind of it was a Valentine's release.
Yeah.
And then Your Monster, I think, was one that was a couple years ago, perhaps.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was
I don't
last
know.
year or the year before.
I think it was 2 years. Um, but I just love that. I like give me those.
I am, believe it or not, and I'll tell you how much I am in a minute. I am a sucker for a grand sweeping romance. Like it is one of my favorite things. It always has been
Mhm.
since I was a child. I just realized why we were doing this. It started as like Star Wars. Star Wars is many things. but it is a sweeping romance in there as well. Um, I think that's kind of where those things kind of started off.
I
But
like that.
I
Yeah.
love them. That's also, 6-hour movies that I'll watch. I don't give a fuck.
Hmm.
As long as it's like 6 hours of yearning and then the payoff, sure. Yeah. Um, but we have a couple of suggestion lists if you like
Yes.
Frankenstein. This Either this iteration or just the story of Frankenstein as well. I think it works for both. Other things that you may like to watch.
Which I had this idea and I texted Misty and I said, "This is your time to shine."
I
And
get very
she
excited.
came through in so many ways. Y'all aren't even ready.
Okay.
Proceed.
So I broke this down into four different choices. If you
Hmm.
like this, watch this. If you like Frankenstein, comma, you'll like what I'm about to insert here. If you like 2025's Frankenstein and you really connect with Guillermo del Toro's luscious style of filmmaking, you may like these movies. Pan's Labyrinth, which is also by del Toro. City of
Hmm.
Lost Children, which is by Jean-Pierre Jeunet. It's a very fantastical fantasy movie. The Fall by Tarsem Singh. We did talk about, The Cell. Tarsem also directed The Cell,
Ah,
which we talked
yes.
about, and you know how
Mhm.
fantastical that movie is. It's that plus incredibly luscious costuming. We have Tale of Tales directed by Matteo Garrone,
Oh,
which we talked about. Romeo plus Juliet, directed by Boz Lerman.
so good.
Immortals, also directed by Tarsem Singh, which I always forget is oh God, what is his name? Superman, not the new one, the one before. Uh, uh,
Henry Cavill?
yes, Henry Cavill. Um, Playing, I think it's Perseus. He's playing. It's if you haven't seen Immortals, it is so good. You gotta watch it. If you like Greek mythology,
I
um,
do. Mhm.
you'll love it. And I threw these in at the end because they also give me kind of the feel of a like big world building. The Harry Potter saga, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the Star Wars saga. I feel
Yeah.
also kind of fit into if you have somehow gone about life and not seen any of those movies, which is probably not possible, whatever. Um, if you enjoyed Frankenstein 2025 and you find yourself wanting more grand, sweeping, maybe gothic romances, you may like Sense and Sensibility, which is it's on my letterbox top four. It is my personal, probably all-time favorite romance if I had to pick one. Bram Stoker's Dracula,
Duh.
which the most romantic movie ever made, probably. Crimson Peak, also directed by Del Toro. Pride and
Hmm.
Prejudice, the obvious choice. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which I will evangelize till the day that I die. I love that movie to death. Legends of the Fall. I know we badmouth Brad Pitt a lot, but I do love me some Legends of the Fall.
He has his purposes.
You're right. Anna Karenina, grand sweeping romance, Far and Away, also a 90s pull with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Oh, yeah.
First Night with Sean Connery and oh my God, I forgot the leads. This is like an early 90s. It's Lancelot and Guinevere and King Arthur. And
Oh,
Lancelot's secret romance with Guinevere behind King Arthur's back with Sean Connery as King Arthur. If you haven't seen it, it's great. And Gone with the Wind, which I mostly put in here because it is grand and sweeping. The romance is doomed and gross because a romance of two horrible people, but
yeah.
it's one of those movies that will sweep you away. If you enjoyed Frankenstein 2025 and you now have a newly discovered membership to the Monster Lovers Club. Here are
This
some
list is fantastic.
here are some other movies that you may enjoy that either involve a human and monster romance, a human and not quite human. It's there's a bit of a mix. It's not so black and white. We have
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire. I specifically meant the TV series. You could include the movie as well, but the TV series is more on the romantic relationship side of
It
things.
is. It fleshes everything out.
Yeah.
It's if you haven't heard us talk about it, you haven't listened
Yeah.
to us at all.
New season this year, summer 2026. I'm so fucking excited.
Can't wait.
Shrek is a monster lover movie. So think
Hell
about that
yeah.
for a little while if you really love Shrek.
Yes.
It ends up being two monsters loving each other, but it does not start that way, so it counts. Ex Machina, which we have already mentioned, which stars Oscar Isaac. Ex Machina is a monster lover
Mhm.
movie. Spring, which we will watch. I swear to God, I've said this 15 times. If we don't spin for horror romance soon, I'm gonna just tell you what this movie's about.
Honestly,
Spring is just a beautiful monster romance. Swamp Thing. I do love me some Swamp Thing. Howl's Moving Castle, another animated option. An American Werewolf in London, which we have
mm,
talked about. I do
ugh,
love the romantic angle of that movie. It makes
I do
me so
too.
sad.
Mhm.
Edward Scissorhands, which may have
Oh,
been the gateway
brilliant.
for a lot of us.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Oh my God, yes.
yeah. Just
Winona
love.
Ryder just loves those
She
monsters.
really does. She does be loving
Oh,
those monsters.
so good.
The Shape of Water, also by Del Toro, which is closest we've gotten to a modern Gilman or Creature from the Black
Hmm.
Lagoon movie.
I hope we get another one before we talk about Gilman because
Mhm.
I
Me
just
too.
want them all. I want them. I want them
It's
all.
a great mythology. I wish we got it more often too. One we
Hmm.
just talked about, The Fly.
Yeah.
Gross, but extremely romantic.
I was explaining to Shane about some of our conversation that made me gag in that episode, and
Mm-hmm.
I was gagging, and he's like, I know what you're trying to tell me. I know the science to that.
You have to say it out loud.
You don't have to keep like hurting yourself
I
because
love
I was
that.
like gagging.
I know. You like catching it in your mouth. It's I know. I'm
So
still
gross.
sorry I brought it up. Uh, Another animated option, we have Ponyo, which is a Studio Ghibli feature.
Hmm.
It's almost like a Little Mermaid retelling, but not quite. A boy who falls in love with a little fish girl. It's very cute and fantastical, and I love it. Hellboy, again, Del Toro.
Interesting. Hmm.
Definitely a monster lover. He is a demon. Yes. And not last, but I added this later because I had to think about it for a while. This is not an actual like mythical monster.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter is a monster.
Human monster.
So
Yeah.
I included it. I think Hannibal, the TV series, can be included in the monster lover category. And then as an aside, I said yes, technically Beauty and the Beast is for monster lovers, but you're gonna have to find one of the weird European versions because they don't do it. Disney does not do the weird in the story correctly. They don't do the monster lover because I mean, I think my generation was all collectively disappointed when the beast turned into the prince. You know what I mean?
Ugh. Yeah.
No, thank you. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
And my last category is if you want something that embodies all of these things, monster lovers, sweeping romance, and luscious filmmaking and story building, try the TV show Penny Dreadful because it has all of those things. We've got vampires, we have Frankenstein's monster, we have werewolves, we have witches, we have uh, Dorian Gray. Um, we have everything. If the show would have continued, we would have gotten Jekyll and Hyde. And I will forever be pissed about that.
And I said, and I told Misty this,
Mhm.
if they ever did a Jekyll and Hyde remake, that Oscar Isaac needs to be Dr. Jekyll. He could do it.
Yes, he could.
Like he could do both.
Yeah, it just, you know, I know people cry a lot about
Someone's gonna do
remakes
it.
all the time, but like there
Yeah.
are just some things that we
Some
are
need to
missing.
be.
We are
Yeah,
missing a good
it
Jekyll and Hyde. We
it
are
needs to be
missing a good,
modernized.
yeah, we're missing a good Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Because sometimes movies we love them for reasons that maybe don't have to do with the quality of the movie. Like, look at
Exactly.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
I love that movie and
Yes.
I love the remake, and
Yep.
they're very different.
Yep. Yep.
And I love them both.
Mhm.
And you did too. And that
I
made
did
me so
too.
happy.
Yes. Yes.
But
So yeah,
yeah,
that's
um,
that's
I
our
did not
movie of
write
the year.
this on our list, but
Mm-hmm.
I have been trying to build a playlist
Ooh.
for Frankenstein.
Ooh, ooh,
It
ooh.
doesn't have a whole lot right now. It's like an hour 42 minutes, which is not as long as I want it to be. Um, but one song that I think just really embodies Frankenstein is Big God by Florence and the Machine.
I'm gonna have to go re-listen and look at the lyrics
Yes.
because God knows if
It's
I don't listen to a song 15 times, I don't know what they're saying.
yeah, same. No, yeah, like I have to learn Meatloaf's part for Rocky Horror this
Mm-hmm.
year, and I'm like, I can listen to the song all I want, but I'm probably still not gonna know the words. So I'm gonna have to listen to it and read the lyrics.
Yeah,
And
I
then I'll
gotta do.
know it.
Yeah,
Like when I see it, I'll know it. But yeah.
I gotta do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Just
whenever
new
this
brains.
episode comes out, you should share your playlist.
I will. I'm gonna work on it a little more too. Because I've been trying to like find more gothic type. Like I
Yeah,
have a playlist of like that kind of music. I just need to really hone in on some
tailor
of the
it.
songs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah. Um also when you're listening to this, we have now episodes on YouTube. Misty put that out.
It's just
It
the
is
audio. It's not
just the
video. It's just
audio.
yeah.
Yeah. We also still have our Patreon, Two Girls One Crypt. Um, you can
Yeah, we
find us
just
on
released
Patreon.
our New Year's Evil episode that we did with Jay and Ron
Yes.
from Film Strip. That was such a fun time. I
Oh my
wish we could
gosh.
do it every week.
They are a hoot and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah. And our Crypty Awards we just
And
released.
hmm
Yeah.
So, and we have a lot of fun stuff coming up this year.
Yes.
On Patreon, and you can check out our Facebook group, Two Girls One Crypt Keepers.
Mhm.
Just join us on all the things.
Yeah. We are also on Instagram. Two Girls One
Yes.
Crypt.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
I think that's where we're probably most active. So
Yeah, for now.
yeah.
But yeah. Um.
Yeah. So
Well, this was fun.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like I just like regurgitated a lot of things that I was holding in. I'm so glad we got to talk about this in depth.
Yeah,
I can't wait till
me
the physical
too.
release comes out because I really want all the details about a lot of things we don't really have right now.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that they're doing that. I just think that's so Del Toro of him.
yes,
You know, like
it truly is.
he makes a full picture of everything,
Yes,
and
and he
I love
wants you to
that.
know how he did it. I love that. Tell me.
I do too.
I want to know.
Make more things, please.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But yeah.
until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Two Girls, One Crypt. If you like what you heard, find us on Instagram and Facebook at Two Girls, One Crypt and let us know. We also have a private Facebook group where we can discuss more fun horror things. and that is Two Girls, One Crypt Keepers. We would also love to have more friends on the podcast. So if that is something that sounds fun for you, send us an email at twogirlsonecrypt@gmail.com and let us know.